Welcome everyone, Dylan Gemelli here today with a brand new video for you. So I want to get into a discussion on bulking and cutting and making up your decision on when and why, when you're using steroids and even without steroids. Now I get a lot of people that write me and they'll say, you know, I'm 20-25% body fat and I want to bulk, and I just I really deter people from doing that. It doesn't make any sort of sense. If you're 20-25% body fat, then don't make this like I'm beating you up or whatever, but you're not in good condition. Okay, I get guys that tell me, oh, I'm in really good shape, I'm 25% body fat. Look, I don't know how else to put it, but you're living in fantasy land. You're not in good condition. Okay, that's not good shape. Now for a female, it's different. Females' body fats are higher. 19-20% is pretty good. You know, you start getting a little bit lower, like men get in the, 10s and lower. That's pretty damn low for a female. Females are scientifically made up different. Their physiology and everything is different. They have to have a higher body fat for having children, etc. For guys, that's not good. It's not good at all. So please don't. I'm only telling you this for your own benefit. I'm not trying to say this to be a dick or make anybody feel bad. But you're not living in reality if you think that. So you don't try to bulk with that kind of base, because it's really not a base. You're really only going to add further fat while you're bulking. It doesn't make any sense. You're not going to see any muscle because it's going to be covered in layers of fat. So what you have to do, and it's just like anything else, if you're going to construct a building, you start from the bottom up and work your way up. Well, if you're at a higher body fat, then you're starting from the bottom and working your way up. So what you do is you cut your body fat down to a respectable and healthy level. Personally, what I would recommend, and some people may disagree, and that's fine, but I would recommend getting yourself under 15% body fat before you start bulking. And even at 15 and 14%, you're barely seeing abs. It doesn't make any sense. I like to see people in the 12 to 13% range to even use steroids and to bulk, because it doesn't make sense to start building off something that's not properly ready to go, right? That's like trying to build a building without the proper pieces in place. It's turning a marathon into a sprint. You're not going to bulk overnight. You're not going to cut overnight. It all takes time, and it's all a process, right? So, if you want to cut, I wouldn't recommend cutting if you're like 30 pounds underweight either. Guys that are 6'1", 150 pounds should not be writing me telling me they want to cut. Some people will write me and say they're skinny fat. Well, if you're skinny fat, then there's a lot of things that need to change. Your training definitely needs to change, and your diet needs to change. You can build muscle and lose fat in the process. Remember something. Muscle obviously weighs more than fat, and more muscle burns more fat. So you might gain some weight in the process while losing fat, and that's a great thing. And that's when you're skinny fat, what you want to be trying to recomp. A recomposition, and I've covered this before, but a lot of people will go, what's a recomp? What's a recomp? It's one of the more difficult things to do, but it's definitely very doable. What a recomp is gaining size while losing body fat, right? So it's a difficult thing to do, but it's definitely doable, but you have to really be dialed in, which you should be really dialed in on anything, but this takes a little bit more specific to specific person-to-person type of thing. You can tell somebody to bulk, eat 500 calories over maintenance, 750 calories over maintenance, do this and do that. But with recomposition, it's real person-to-person specific. Some people need to eat at a slight deficit. Some people need to eat at maintenance. Some people can get away and somehow, and this is not, it goes against science, but they can eat a little bit over and still lose body fat and gain weight in the process. But it's still doable. It's all doable, but you have to figure out what works for you. There's no cookie cutter answer to that question, because I get people that ask me, well, what do you eat? Well, what I eat doesn't matter to what you may need to eat. I can tell you what I eat, but I don't want you to exactly just copy that, because it's a person-to-person, type of deal. But you don't want to bulk if you're overweight already. And you've got to have a grasp and understanding on what good condition is and what bad condition is. And I'll get guys that get upset with me. Well, I'm not fat. Well, I'm not saying you're fat. But I'm saying you're not in the proper condition to bulk or use steroids. It's not me being mean. I mean, gosh damn. Do you want me to just sit there and go, well, Billy, whatever you want to do, it's okay, and rub your little hand? I don't do that. That's not what I do. I help people. I help you do this the right way. I help you do it the smart way. And most importantly, I help you do it the healthy way that's going to give you longevity, and it's going to make you not only achieve but surpass your goals. I don't tell you what you want to hear. That's not what I'm here for. So I want you to understand that when you ask me a question, if you don't have thick skin, if you can't handle true answers, don't come to me. I'm not the guy. I'm not Santa Claus or whoever's just gonna tell, oh, it's okay and da da da. That's not who I am. I'm the guy that really helps because I really care. So keep that in mind. Just when you're wanting to bulk, get at the right body fat. When you're wanting to cut, do it when you're in the right condition. Okay? It's something that you have to really take hold of. And I know people get on these kicks where they want it now, they want it now, they want it now. This is what they want. But and that's okay. I'm the same way. Listen, when there's something for sale, there's a new pair of shoes, something drops, shit, I want it right now. Even if I shouldn't be spending the money, I want it right now. I control myself, but I understand what I'm saying is I want it now, and we all do. But that's when your mind has to come into play, and you have to talk to yourself and explain to yourself this might not be the right way to go about it. Email me and ask me. I'll tell you the truth. Just be prepared for an honest answer if you do. That being said, stay tuned for plenty more to come. Dylan Gemelli, signing off.